masa penin ka kipain KSO ten na sa bangkin ang gunvin abanle e govin Saturday chu ka doubtful thimin haje chu ipa meeting dang last week chana to travel ha bola le ka meeting bona ka koi khom le Saturday ni yong chu hung khan e hi thei lo du bhai ka tilel ka loi ho phatna zalin jing ka bona sif ka bol the na ile ni halang ka free in ke yong ka kipain abana le tuni ka gincha dana mini hin seva chu kinta program ki si me hin na 3-4 days dunga ki het sa dunga hin ele ka unu ne ngado mi tam de nam ta mi som dung wo hi ve ta ka tin ken yo azi ka kin nem be pon city sunga moi phat akini pun na thanum pu we ka ti na hiloa city sunga mo ke yong izat ham ni izat masang khana mi nei sei lo wale ki pot theizi lo hin na che tunga choi wangyen ka hunga le itam movin ka ki pa vin ka ki pa in itam ze hi ele ilung lu nu ve a topic nga ilung lu nu ve ti het sa na hin na ke ho hi atam zo trainer ka hi zivin na mi hi mental health langpag hi I khat phana le min het the de ding hin training to ki bol thazi hin them khat training style le hu mai the hin anop nom in a bol ve anati khavin na de izole them khat yong discussion yong bol hitin na aban le tuni a topic we ele hold on to hope na suicide gatekeeper training in suicide prevention ati gatekeeper yung ti phana le a term hi gatekeeper it is gate nga hi yangin na ele ko suicide prevention term ha hele very very important role nei ho gatekeeper akitin na izole ipeham ti yong cho hang se katin zo president punan se banga chu no laya hung ho he laya bo ki chai lo di abana na pi son diu ai lo le abana pan la di te ni hi ze uchun na chi style jama chu I khat training yong kam bol di hin chi tu ni isei diu cho hele khat gatekeeper understanding suicide and self harm na suicide self harm ti hi pe ham warning signs hi pe ham risk factors suicide risk assessment myths and misconception atam zo hin suicide thu hi sei phana le het him lo na mi aki thayong le e holang message tunga kana muzin ke dong KSO follow ka bol le na ba le e mi tamta group ka join in mi ke thalas na pusal mo na e ti hodung na ki seizi chala na le chu zo ka mandi chu hinten ele chi myths and misconception well te ba le iti dana e hon pan ila di hom intervene e bol thei diu ham ti chana them khat seitin che le map ga veleu chun hoi ta thing ta ang na mu diu ham a color hui venal chilanga khu India map a umin na chu India hin ele India hi chi green color hin omen green color ti na cho ele between 10 to 15 per lakh population India sunga he kum khana mi ki that zat na ati in ele global a chu event ki na le chu around 8 lakhs people die every year na kum si na mi lak gate ki that ati win na abana hen khat chu ele unnoticed ki seilo na Bangalore dunga thi ho chu ele police case a chi te in langa mi ki that ho khu police in head di ba hai ki sei do lo cho na veng sunga mi ki khailim lo ki im na remote areas dunga ki khailim lo ki im iti na cho ele chi sanga hi ari chu tam zoding a hi na abana 8 lakhs tho he ele athite ki tha nova athite na chi cho hin a hi wanga chu ipi a sei ki duwa metile 40 to 50% chi sanga tam zo 40 to 50% ho chun attempt aboluve attempt abol poison ham anane ahi wanga cho in ko te hamin a hu do man na ahi lowale a lo do man elo la ki khaili gu lai ta min agamu do ti ho na chi chu hi le 2 to 3 times higher ahi na lai iti le chun very alarming rate ahi na India a yong hi evena le 2017 na pana latest 2021 bo min na 21 hu evena le khang to che yang na a percentage yong suicide increase che yengin aban le pusal sanga numei sanga pusal atam zo in na dumei atam zo in akiti in izole azi yong hin sei katin abana chu ipidinga suicide hi ipidinga mi kithat ham itile ama sapena tam pen chele family problems na nupan ke kala ki tu lo insunga ki tu lo inu ipatu ki tu zo lo na family issues umze ahin second chele illness na damlo na zi hian kha chele HIV AIDS ti hung ki het pena za chawala ki that ti yong na ahi lo wale na chum ho ze ang ki that thei ti hin aba nei le atam kit khat akimu ki chui phamle drug and alcohol abuse na damdoi low ball ho zudon ho la inyong suicide case atam kiti in na abane love affairs namdang tu kingai zo president pa na sei banga chana nuten de sa lo el gu cha mi khato kingai ti ho dung na ha sat na tu koima ko mang sei ngam lo ti ho dung la inyong atam numin abane le adang dang ha sat na zi sumle pai zi ang tam ta bi athi thei ti long chu iga sei thei hintin chi game khat ki chi mutin na partner iki hol diu I partner diu chu koi ham de atam zo wang chu na ki head so ke ding win ka ging che in na ki head so ke bam ne head lo uma mi uma chu na ne head lo ne head lo khat na head lo khat chu na partner dinga na choose di na head sa hi lo di na loi sa ho nong ki thon pi ho hi lo ding ne head kha lo ama hi kamu kha ne ma ka chou yong ka chou kha pu iti yong mai thei na ke yong nei mu kha mai thei ki ho lo mai thei cho na chi ta nga chu yong le khat ga bol to kin te in na pat di nang kai na hol di ele koi ki hol di David nang yong ki hol lo koi ne het lo pen umam abaya bailam di cho ha lo pi cho na het kha lo khat no na ki ho tam pi kha lo khat no nang te ni na a partner ho chu mun khat khana hung tu to kho mu wo che che la partner nei lo ho ki he che din ten ke ro te lang hon to leo na adang ho ne het kha lo abaya bai chu ha lo hil chu lai rung tàu hơn ta năng tên ni na le team nhiều tan năng adila năng tên ni na lang hon tàu le chan mà tên ni na năng tên ni team ni lai partner nei lo khat năng tên ni na ki het honam na ki het sao lo ki hello te aki hello hila phadi no la na ne yu tam lang side hen na ne yu na le na bol diu chu iza ka sei banga chu aha sapui ka ti banga chu na ki loi pi teu to na partner teu chu identify a strength and reflect about the strength to the other person na amuho aphat now amuho a strength point to ipiham hedo gun na identify bolin nidanga ne head lo mai theya na ne head the mu chana chi person na ki ho pi pa chana amo strength ipiham chi chu hedo gun identify bolin ti chu hin na 5 minutes in ping ki ho taw abana le volunteers mi zo se chu ka do man lo din khat le ni hin dong nge na het the mu chuna a question na het the mu chuna a het them lo diu bai na do ngai hin na strength un het na dinga chuna do ngai na ki ho piu ngai hin na itip zo tawin asay thayu muta already diu to bahai president pate ni nang te ni hung hanta
hello đây là partner bài đây đầu quay na ama ka do na so strength ni ka hin ประเทศนับสินะโตgospel ละขอให้มาสตรีม
อ๋อ gospel ละสะทีมนะ
gospel ละสาธิตสุดเลย
gì thêm hầm phô thêm hầm
just for listening นะ
ngày nôm naนั่งแหละเป็นเสียเดะมา
มันจะใส่เป็นส่วนอย่างเงี้ยไม่จำไม่ว่าเป็นอะไรเลยกันไม่จำไม่เกี่ยวกับมันทั้ง
ที่ป้าเมย์ดัง ready มั้ยบ่ให้ตั้งเต้น ready ฮอนนะที่ไตนั่งเต้นนับปัดมาสอนฮันดีpresident ป้าจะลาสักกี่ก่อยตัวเวตนะ
Cái part này nó hiện tại mình về cái miền Nam mình lên ga cao chiều hoa được rồi cái này mình cũng đang là hình ảnh nó cái sau này cái kiểu hoa này cái kiểu hoa nào coi là số mà strength point là lắc thể hình là chúng ta là family problems mà cái mà cho family problem là happy các bạn này hiện cái mà strength point là các bạn chụp em thì những sự quay này em là em lại tập trung tâm rằng này chưa có gì bị hỏng và thì đang rất là chỗ chân là thì có mà tàu và fight ball đi cái chuyện bị hiện thì chỉ em bảo gọi là strength point là cái một
cái bảo mẹ
Kapan namin hilal boy hiin amahi bago kasi medin na kay hindi kay kan punta bo sa kay han so ta try say bi kan hi ama strong boy na ko mudo pe chu hila amahi hard working na sedan hindan chu hezing azong le imazau se bago si me hizi chu imazau se tedan chu itabangin hasa na hun zong le pathina ha ki pedo in te he do in ma
cái bảo mẹ đang coi say nôm đi bay lang sai na hi đi bay lại lang ate na say ta lang ai đi bay say không á lang te chance ka pi kit de ha le anung lang te ho na say nôm đi bay anung lang ho ha na say điêu eka pass pi ona
cái mà mình chơi mà mình na rồi partner party đi mình na mà như là mà strength rồi happiness cái positive mindset này mình thì sẽ tụi đi bên chơi mình đang tụi đi phát na cái bạn này là mà strength
cái kiểu đi phát là bên mà mang này ama strength point to be always smiling face again tua ham panai to the lesson nui yang chỉ ama strength get take cái này kỳ rằng là cả số đó cái ba tay tao chỉ ama strength
lang ate asay nôm diu bay kero koi Mike cho cả lại
cái mình không kêu anh ăn số cái hiện tại chơi này bắt đầu đôi cái nắp biển ta in xuống là cái nắp biển ta đi nu mọi cái linh mọi cái hiện mà còn kêu anh ăn cái hiện đấy mà cái nắp thấy ta in xuống là yang số biển ta đi cái đấy rồi anh mà nó nó sẽ chơi là mà tôi đã bên chú Patina cái mảnh cha Patina cái bài phong phong tuổi mà tôi đã biết tại mà ban nào giờ mà không được cái đấy tụi mình mà cái này chúng ta nhìn
cái bảo mẹ
các bạn đỡ phải anh say tốt sẽ là như thế là mòn nó về các bạn cái các bạn đỡ phải ni amin thằng ti lệ gọi là ngay đúng không ạ các bạn ta lệ các cái hồ hơn cả sung nga dòng các cái thế cho mà mi tôm ngay mi pon po các bạn ta lệ áp tổ này hi
kita kyu hilawa Saturday Sunday ho suti ane sungai hilpa khat be bol do ding adi KWS ki pom hile kilometer ma hi ovin lam panga hi panmun hoi ta zong tu the hi ne hila mi tam me se wa tu na ha se ne nai la wa hi drawing ho in na na be bin lang ka partner pa hi tu ko na hi mi poi mo ta the hung hi he no ho dinga praise and worship azong pang the go long fel ta hi ti chu so si kan hen sa ni ki pa ne
ki pa me asai no mi diu bahai adang sa daute na to strength exercise ki bol hi ipidinga ki bol hi di bahai ipidinga ki bol dinga nagit cha nuwa mi him khat boi na he do the na ding na chong che hin adang interaction bol te oi bol wale points hoi ta hung po do din na ipizi mi khat na pa chu personal ta ki hilna nei the na dinga na okay adang ta chunu Caroline yong sei chala na ka loi pa na hin se ya le anum chu me na min reflect in ball pi pha na le en yong strength min e head pi yong le num ki sa chala na chong che hin aban adi na suicide na dinga hi chi important in na aze chu suicide hi ipize ham tel izong chu don chi masaw hi imutavin many reasons suicide bol te reason khat bo a hi ji pon na tulai ta pon nat pen chu asum myong chu hi mai the na sumle asum sumnei talo sumnei lo so ta hing a hi lo wale insunga kitu mo na sangwal ta azipan vovoyeng na ham ai lo thil phalo ta khat to se khat atu ji yong chu hi mai the ai bang chi bana yong chu thil dang yong tang ta an mai the hin na chu point khat bo hi ji pon thil tang ta accumulation of many problems na chong chu hi thein aban le a het khat kit dinga a hoi chu e ho to gatekeeper dinga hung ki sa ho hi a het khat ki du che every person every human being na izong chu khat din a sein hasana in sunga tam ta tu wanga chu ipitiam tele suicide lo cho na le in sunga hasana tu wanga chu ipize ham tele inner strength khat anei cho pathina ki nga na ham a hi lo le in sung mi te ke chunga he a ki nga ve a hi lo ke hi chi hi ka hin hi chi ji a ka hin na he ti khat thil khat chi strength chu anei ja a chu hasana chu tu yong le chi apana chu paltan thei na chi ja chu chi game si iki khana ne he thi mu chu na ka vai phe pa ung koi le din ane ka tha do pa ung koi le mai the ne he thi mun lang tu ni I head diu jaile identifying person at risk for suicide assessing suicidal risk iti assess bol di ham abana immediate intervention na chitabang itu kha phale iloi ham elole pite ham ehilowale ehobung mi ham khat suicide bol num ham na bol dinga ke sa khat phal iti handle ding ham na abana signposting and resource mobilization chu aban banin chi din izo ka sei banga chu gatekeeper training he kitin na who is a gatekeeper gatekeeper tila someone who believes suicide can be prevented na suicide hi ki prevent he ti tasan mi te chu gatekeeper hin izong chu last speech word sa chu president pa thu sei chu ngele nu mei khat yong chu aki that nu min a hi wangin aki prevent zoin in langa tu hin ki pa te ni ki sol ta ye ki ti cho na the suicide is preventable na more than 80% suicide hi prevent he chi ging changam te chu cho chu gatekeeper hi the atin na second chu willing to give time and energy na mi khat hungi de ka ki that no meta phat ipi lo le ka na lo cho na phat yong pi ngai abana khat ve le pi yong ngai mai the chitabang mi te chu gatekeeper hi thein it can be anyone na to ki ho khel a train te ho khel mi zo sin a bol the thile he na se suicide prevention he jong chu ka sei no men aban le keep a watchful eye mi khat chita bang hi ha satna to in chinu ham chipa ham wang hi danger a umetile hoita watchful na being watchful and giving an alarm na abana evaluation dinga elo le treatment dinga pui thei ho na chi ho chu gatekeeper ti na he na is a title a gatekeeper ka ji za cho hungte understanding suicide and self harm suicide hi ipiham self harm hi ipiham asai nom yum du bahai suicide to self harm hi ke bangam elo la chum chum hi am a chum chum hi na ipi aki hit na mam self harm hi piham suicide hi piham
self harm hi ham attention seeking ji ham elo le malama ki su na no na ga na teenage tam pita ho yang khun bega sei le ka het dan na chu self harm hi amalama ki art kop ham elo le ki thain long chu hi lo ai ku te na don lo fi ham elo le agol pa in ignore ji ham khana attention seeking yong ki the hi na self harm amalama ki suna ki injure ai bang chu suicide bang chu hi le amalama hi ko lung se na be hi la ki la zen ho
adi chadin na ke nu Caroline say chu self harm ihung te suicide to self harm he so suicide iti pha chu act of ending one's life ki that nom thinom na chu sen aban le amuhoin ipidinga thinom hamtela a future diu thim asa na sense of hopelessness amasang di thim asa hopeless iti pha le chu I future bing na imasang ding bing ti hamta helpless iti pha le chu chi situation na pana hi koi ma e pan pi di umpoye koi man I macha ipikiti ongle cha apana hi ki po do thei ta pune ta helpless feeling na chi nei kho hin aban le suicide can be planned na plan it chu ni izat ham anagel zowa attempt a ball na a hi lo le impulsive to immediately to khat ai in ko te ham khat ki na za chu na in chunga pana ki chom thayeng ti hodung na cho chin self harm I hung ti phat le asei banga chu ichanga eile ei ki suna na atam zo chu khut hom ki art na a hi lowal ipiti ham meya ki hal ti ham cho self inflicted injury hin atang pi a chu cha a intention chu not to die it's a way of expressing distress na it has sit na ho mi chunga ilung oilo na ho chi shona atam zo hin na self harm he abale might seem to cope with life for a while ele chi chu harm abol phana lin chom khatna dinga ama chun nu masa na I'm in control chi hasat na chu them khat hung nu masa jab a way of coping an la na then risk for death can ahi wanga chu chang hi risk for death thein na a intention chu thi nom lo hi wang chu lai bang a at na chun a khut a at na chun ai khat ho a vin so at khale a thi long to tale thi thei kit na chu za chu ignore thelo thile he tin na atam zo self harm hi wang je le ma ele ei ki suna chu ele maybe it's to show a sign of distress na and a way of coping na cha hasa na chu thu hasa sawal cha le chom khat distract able the tilanga ki manga hin na chu self harm to suicide eki hit na he thi mu chana warning signs of suicide na first identify ball hi important prevention adinga chu the best way to prevent is to identify the warning signs na chu ipi warning signs ipi te when people talk about wanting to die na kathinom tae hinman na umpo ye na kahin ho ha sawale ki thile nom zo tante ti say a umale we have to pay attention na looking for a way to kill oneself hen khat tulai chapang hon chapang long hotile kum chapang zep lang hon abol kin jip ham tele google a searchable and how to kill oneself na google a searchable win it steps la de ham ipi ki bol le e khat de ham ti ho na chitabang way to kill oneself talking about feeling hopeless or having no reason to live na atang pi a chihi a hinom ji in amasang ding bing a sawal a problem a umna chu ha sa sawal na chiza chu aba hin nom talo na cho hozi chin abana feeling about being trapped or in unbearable pain na lai o den kisa ho na so hin talking about being a burden to others ka insung mite adingaung za chat na bo ka hitaye na ka insung mite ka sumin sawal taye ti hodung na elole kaloi ho la ang ka zau I khat the ta puye na te lungel nei ho abana khat atam India sunga tam ki che increasing the use of alcohol or drugs nidanga anadon yong himai the adon lo yong himai the na ahiwanga chu hi tamzo hung don ta azingka azana zu ham elo drug sam hin bol tam ta na acting anxious or agitated thim thelo restless anxious ti pha mostly restlessness na restless worry keep on worrying abana agitated lunghang hangyeng na ho ahin abana sleeping too much or too little na nidang to te dinga chu aruma pana pot talo lup na chunga yeng ahilo le zan khowa awa ha yeng imutalo na chong chu warning sign withdrawing or feeling isolated mi la ang thabe talo na ho in la ang hung talo aloi ho la hung pot be talo nidanga football ki team ninga chizing pa chu chinom talo na abana feeling withdrawing ahin showing rage or talking about seeking revenge na lunghan na elo chipa chu ka tha te de he na chinu chu ka tha te de he it binga ta he bola ham tin na love affairs la inung atam nu min na ama ipi a ki gela hita he bol ham type lunghan na revenge na anum na displaying extreme mood swings lunghang wal ham elo too depressed crying most of the time na ahilo wale irritable agitated na lunghang hangyeng kipalo ahilo la seseng kha kawal ti ho na chi mood fluctuation yong he no metin so he warning signs se na take all signs seriously na so tabang hi imu ale mi khat normal tai na ki vok pi khat a behavior ahung change a paudan ahung change elo alungel ahung ki change phat ai phat attention pe ngai na risk aheti na jo hin na so risk factors ho cho koi tabang chunga hi umnom de amtele previous suicide attempt nidanga attempt anabol te la chun attempt abol kit diu chances atame na atin chu ido phat yong le nidanga chu anabol kha am chong chu do angayin na aban le mental disorder adi a mental disorder a hi depression na depression ihung ti phale I het so ke diu hin mizo sinyong akipang depression a chu ele ilha se yen ki pa lo na imu chu ki pa thelo ilung hang yeng ham ilung tong ham a hilo le ki ha se yeng ham na nidanga ilung lut naung ki lung lut zo talo na ilhi so pai min them khat se yong le ki sensitive pai nidanga chu ki chutilo ai wanga chu depression aba depression a problem chu pe ham tele negative thoughts na depression ihung phale ilung hung not lo phana le pithem te ilung gel yong hung negative jin na mi khanin iloi khanin e ho lo yong le o koi man yong e lung se ta puye ho kham yong e se ta puwe ta hi negative fa ki la na abana e le e yong negative imma chaung ka pang thei puye ka loi ho chi chu hi gam taw ke hila hitibep ka hi na ta chu ipe ha negative thoughts tam ta about self abana midang chungaung ka loi ho no e ngai ta puwe kanu la ka pan yong ka su pidang ho angai lu zo win ke e ngai lu ta puwe ka loi ho no ho kham e sa ta puwe na about others and about the world chi mo me chi hin hu hina ti ho dung chi hu depression in atam no min na aban le alcohol induced psychosis akete alcohol zu ha don hon na mu kha diu hin zu addict la ho lang ho na so ho achang changa pau yeng na adon lo wala imuyong imuthelo min e that de hunge a hilo le ka tha di he ti a pau do ti hoyong huna cho la khunyong thil khat condition khat hallucinations le to ke ka pawa na za ta bang wa he na koi ma lo yong le am hon aza u cho aza u khen khat khoi le instruction hallucination khu instruction yong ki pin tin building apana ki chom than na elo jipa chu ga thatin ti ho case newspaper dungang na sim kha diu hin psychotic symptoms nei ho khun ai insumi te zo se tha zo wa kitung ki to akoma zo to den ipidinga na tha ham ti le ken ka tha lo wa le thil ha na hung tha du he cha zo amho ka protect na dinga ka tha he na moving away from reality na so hoz la hunyong a umnu me akiti inda abale co-occurring mental and substance abuse is aka say banga chu family history of suicide na a insung mi te suicide ana bol khaw male amho chu bol te unte tina hilo na ahivanga risk factors ahive ti na impulsive or aggressive tendency na ipam lunghang pai lungtong pai ti de ham min example kalazil e nui sanjiwin for example anula pa ko ma iphone athum api anula pa na chopi lawale ina thil zo se asu si yeng ti ham ai lu ki tom yeng bunelo yeng ta impulsive e power words ti dan ka sei thei pu na cha example kan pi thoite lungtong ti de ham na thil mina se ya le react pai na very impulsive so la khunyom the barriers to assessing mental health treatment abana unwillingness to seek help because of stigma a depression yong chu neita anxiety ho neita mental health issues ane ahiwanga chu hospital umnang ahe chinom lo ipidinga min 18a gel dem min 18a la dem na iluchang na le chu se a sei nom jo hospital ka chi ipizam tele a ka keng gari e tar khan surgery ka bol heti NIMHANS ko na hung diu le ase ase ha tho cho na NIMHANS mental health issues ka nein ka chi de he ti cho sei ha tho pize ham ti le igel da no mental health negative ta ina la ha ze uwa he na e ho la bo yong kol ho la ang atamin na to ke ho ko ma NIMHANS kom chana cheng te ong khu akive sa diu le chennai dunga chi we he ipize am ti le min e mu khan te ti ho dung na chi stigma ho za ang chu help kilanum lo na to risk factors ahin na aban le chi relational loss financial loss na ahilo social loss tu chung I khatyo igalu je wang chu I neighbors hoyung to I neighbors hitalo na iloi ngai ta hong iloi hitalo amho Guwahati hama Dimapur hama e Bangalore ki na so tabang ho lo wale sumha sat valji na tong thei talo sumha sat val ahilo wale relation breakups na nunga gul hang la chatang pe breakups ho type ho yung risk factor hena ban physical illness yung ai thein and easy access to lethal methods na chele to bang train station ko ma cheng ho na ai lo wala farmers ho la chele pesticide low na so dung access ai lo wale army ibnule pa ham army ham khat ai lo le police ham khat le ina revolver ham ti ho easily accessible the ho na choyong ko risk factors a hikinin aban le influence of significant people chong the news ne het diu hin asama singer khat zani chun Singapore na thin na a he yong no mai the hin to abang news in a out pun a hi wangin ipitiam ti le angai sangwalu apo nat valuntin tu chana chu izwa chu kaloinu Guwahati Medical College Department of Psychiatry a ko tong khat umin mi thum akithat ta ye ti na chetabang adi in Korean e hong hi Korean te ngai sang te hi win na Korean pop culture ngai sang te Korea ong hu celebrity khat suicide a bola le a bol zo hun pi tamta mi izat ham khangdong aki suicide du na je copycat suicide kiti hong atam no min na mi ingai san khat ham celebrities khat ham elo iloi ngai pen ham ti hodung athi phat yong le hin na hian khat chun attempt a bol no metin na chongcho abana cultural and religious belief na chi hi ki that le na life chu I khana e ho adinga hoye he na e hong tu chung gali ne yu chara gali ne wa front line na ding ho chu athi phale martyr ta I choi ho yu cho na I choi sangu cho e ho e protect mu he thi tamanga chu ho tamanga chi chet chu hilo yong le chu ho tamanga chu cultural religious in influence ball the kiti akiti kidin na I he thi mu chana risk factors yung ihetawi warning signs yung ihetawi na tun suicide risk assessment iti bol di ham na ahead nop na dinga cho ele is part worm na is part worm khe heleu chun chi chun mi to na ki ho pha na le mi lung nop lo khat to na ki ho pha na le na I khat na het thei na ding na I yung ti phala isa I pen khoi la ideation thinom ideation chu a lung thim na thinom na lung thim aneyam na ka thinom zenge ati am ai lo ka thinom me na cha pat hin ideation neyam substance use abolam na drugs ham alcohol ham substance ai lo tablets ham ani am na sense of purposelessness ka hin man a tapuye na ka life a meaning a puye purpose ka nei tapuye na pi HL anxiety constant worry restless na agitated is I say ba cho feeling trapped laya pana hi ki po do thei tapunte na ti lungel khat amala hopelessness is on to say tawin masangding thim ki sana I masangding ki muthei talo withdrawal nidang sanga mila zawlo talo na ki withdraw ta lunghang mun na anger recklessness na recklessness se thado pa itik sei de bhai khosa na be ta hingyeng ta na nidanga chu le min khalo la ta hai ku ma le min ei nui san khan te ta pam ki gele wan cho khosa naw nei de in ko ten pi gel yong lo kho poye hobung ten pi gel yong lo kho poye ti khat na recklessness aban le mood change nidang sanga a mood change o male chi hi SS do te angayin na so hi a umala wang chu risk factor umeti na hin na suicidal intent iti boldam te suicide ama sa chu ka do di hin ka dong hai milin suicide hong kiti phan ne na lungthima ipi umma sa penam suicide hong kiti phala suicide ti phala jem cha le khaw na langai ko ham khana sei le society phale ipi umai lungthima fan jem khaw ye tawen adang la ipikita iti feel ki bolam suicide hung ti phale ase yung so di so na suicide hung ki phale jem ham khaw ham elo le ipe ham ki ti yeng ya na iti ki feel am suicide ase hi nomam nom discuss bol dong hasa ki sa cho na suicide hi because hasa ki sa abana chu adam zo negative found a culture abana a religion standpoint now if dale suicide hi taboo type baum na lain na aje chu I religion in yong I belief system chu ne pesem tele suicide chu ball loading a tha ki la do that is a sin na sinna umyeng cho ta chu a culture bolo say aha inna ai wanga gatekeeper dana hung phale mi prevent the heti lungthim I hung phut phana chi do ngam anga inna mi hu do na di hi phale enyong do ngam I do lo wale izong chu la strength chu ki dong to lo le chu na het lo mai thei chu na aman chu mi individual khat hi yang ipi ham itabang mi ham ipitabang phachum ham ti yong ki hello mai the na I do a iki do tu pha na le chun hum ki he do pan hin na cha chu how to ask a suicide question na use normalizing questions na indirect questions or direct questions si aha ki do tampun ai wang alo thei lo hi phalwan cha mat the yong ai na do you feel like harming yourself na nang le nang na kisu na numam kisu khanumam na ti elo le do you feel like getting away from all of this na ti hodung elo wale direct question direct have you been thinking of killing yourself nang le nang ki thadin na nangai tu kham ti hodung normalizing question he atam zo ha sai sa le aji chu na ki tha nomam ta mi ga do de chu ha sa hin na atam zo ha sa hin che chun normalizing question so sometimes when people are feeling disturbed na or distress they think of suicide na ki tha ding lung agel jivin na is this something you are thinking chitabang hin gel kham na chitabang question do hi ahoyin ask bol angaing if you cannot ask the question find someone who can is a risk factor zo se chu na heta cho chinu wang hi chỉ pa vang hi cái hồ pi lệ à thà sẽ mong mong à hình nôm tập bùi na ken là cái đồng ngắm phun coi hem khát cái độ sạ lệ phan thế thì na anh độ ngắm lâu lệ chỉ cho à hin chỉ khát khát nên hung sim hay yang na if in doubt don't waste ask the question if you doubt na nei thim chỉ vang hi chu cái thật nô me he na thì nô me he thì vang chu doubt na nei ale just ask the question na chỉ cho hin if the person is reluctant be persistent na aban a reluctant je cho hele bi akom akim vela mi mai thei za za aun cha sei nom lo yong hi mai thei na ji za to talk to the person alone in a private setting na mi la a je chu I problem mi zo se het dinga sei di chu ki za cha tho cho na num ki sa lo cho ji za chu talk to the person alone in private setting allow the person to talk freely na aban le give yourself plenty of time chom khat ki kin no ta abol thei chi hilo na pha pi ngai a he ti chu and check about the frequency of thought whether the thoughts are fleeting or fixed sometimes ipitizi am tile hen khat kho ele iki ho pi ale to a opd dunga hung hoyong khna yes bam ss im bol bo phale hung ki he dozi hen khat chu ele agel mai yong he mai the na hen khat chu ele plan ana sim te yong hit mai the na chi chu head fleeting or fixed na chu ko head angai atin suicide plan how detailed is the plan na suicide plan chu itabang detail when iti abol good nam where hoilai ham na how iti dana ham hen khanin ipe sevam tile laya hen khat sleeping tablet chobang khu tam ta prescription be ya ki pe lo cho na lo khu laya he Bangalore ang a strict in hen khat chele pharmacy he te khun ap wang wa tam zo khun ap num puin ele hapta si a lo them khat som chang som ani ki collect hapta ki na chang som a cho kit hapta ki na chang som a cho ta som thum som li lang anai ki koita ti mi yong thein na a je chu khat ve cho a cho thelo pesticides hoyong a cho ha tan na laya hi farmer ho I card nei lo ho mo ki issue ta lo hin na cho je a chu a method itabang method a use go nam khaw ham izoi sei bonga chu khaw ham ki khaili nom ham a insumite umlo ka a ama ruma ki khaili nom ham a hilowale a inko ma railway track nga gawa le na rail train hunga le ge that ding elo in song chung lang nga aga vet tha ta na a I khat na ding ti a method yong cho ngayin na aban le izoyong le ka sei tho din suicide hi ipiti ameti le it's not permanent na permanent suicidal thoughts hi permanent it's fleeting amona sei dan chu wave tabang kho he tiu cho oceana wave ko den lo cho na aban all ang khel kit zia ban le wave tha khat hung ji cho chitabang kho he ti cha thoughts he ipidem ti le chilai ta hasan na ka to lai ta cho ki that no mieng na ki thile phatan ti hel hi umpoye ka thi chu solution he kiti ai wanga chu thil them khat option ham hope ham I hung pe ale chu all cha kil ha so mai the na chong chu thein aban le a protective factors hen khat chu ham tile nume hola iza pusal to nume pusal he atam zon nume he hom zo ekiti chala na le amasa data event na wa chu ipithem tile hen khat to a clinic nga hung hong ka ki that go tan fe naung ka ki khai dai ti so ele ka cha ka za pe na chun ke thileng ka cha hi koin avet di ham ti chu chilungel bo chun ei ki tha sa lo he na ai wa ki that nom lo ka hi poye ti yong mi na lai cho protect a ball na ele khat ve lai kedles la ka sei kha ham khata St John sa nu me khat ka mu in chinu ko so permission yong ka ki thumen teenage hin nursing ball hon chu zana duty a chela loinu to hum ki le lang wa hi min gang rape ana bol win na to a Philomena sla kom la ho hin a gang rape now cho ele chi case chu ke kom in hung referral a loinu to chun ani ni hona chu it lon hona le ki tha hon de hin man ta pu ye na chi ta bang ki tu ha min si na ki tu ha tin ele a loinu chu a ki that din a loinu chu hindu te hin chi chapang nu Christian hin na ele amang ki that go a ki that go wanga chu ki that ki ta lo ki that lo wa hung ai wanga chu azinga chu ke ko ma hung ke ko ma khadinga session dinga hung solven ivet yong le ipe ha seval na alim chu ki pa na nei lo chu ele chinu til sei khat thupi ka sa khat chu ben tele ka ki that go ye chita bang hoi ta Christian family ahung ki brought up ka hin mi ka het lo khanin ta he a rape yang na chita bang humiliation he ka hin ho a na ka sawale na I've been going to Sunday school regularly. I've been doing what Christians should do na ai wang chita bang ibda ka chunga ka to ham katin pathin ko maung ka lung hangin abana le ipidinga chi bong bong he ka chunga to ham tin ai wang chi lai ta chu ka ki thagot ka loinung ki that ta ke yong ka ki that go tai ti cho ka ki thagot lai ta chun ipitem tele ka Sunday school wa lecture khat ka na ngai kha na hin hu hin na nga hi puye teaching khat na pathinin asim fearfully and wonderfully made ati chu ka lungthimin ahungingin that stops me from killing myself na ati ahiwanga chu to ang hi hinman ka purpose umpoye ka life a ruin taye ati aiwang chi chun protect abolin na chitabang ma belief system ahilol ipizi ham ingai lu te khat zi ham inu ipa zi ham acha te zi ham ayong chu prevent abol the na chu protective amo cha thinom lo hilo ahiwanga chu chun protect abol the thilyong umki den na chu protective factors ahin ha chi zo aka cha most people ambivalence na asat lai tal thinom ahiwanga thi diong chu di sajep lo di mi confusion na hi atam ta ume akitin na suicide bol ho he chilai ta hi ike hopi time ipi support ibola le the wish to live heightens na live hin nom na lungthim hungtam zo ji thi nom na sanga na chiza chu izwa ka sei banga chu suicide is preventable is sensitive sensible ta question ido odi hoi zo respecter ho chu ido hoi ta le mi life ki save thei he tiong chu ka sei nomin protective factors apha chu ipiham tile someone who has a very good support system na mi society a phat na he support system hoi ta ne iman lo chu chungin tan na to bang KSO hon sports boluvin a hilowale ho ina achum umin na freshers meet ho imanguvin kimu khom na ki het tu na ti tabang tam ta ni na support kine ban hasan na bang ka to ale ka in bahara chen na ko hem khan hara sei bola le KSO te ka call the ka pastor te ka call the mi ka nei cho na e pawa i sei khom pi ding chi tabang support system nei hoi ho la hin suicide al home akitin na a second to someone who has a good problem solving skills and coping skills ability to adapt to change na ihin khang he problem ka nei khapoi ti kha deu bahai ka nei mong poi ka hin kha he problem mong poi ti lo cho na khat vel hasa isa sa chi ka tho zo dam iti chen problem ki nei cho a hi wanga chu piti am ti le all ai pe bam kilo a cha pana chu ki hum po do ji cho na chu problem solving skills or coping skills na hian khat is a ka se ba impulsive lungtong na chola kho elo le problem solve thelo mi ko ma help kala de het yong gel do thelo elo le poor coping etile zu ham drugs a ham la ki pi ti ho chu poor coping na chola kho suicide atamin awan someone who has good coping skills who has a good problem solving ability chola cho thlo meti na and banle self esteem and sense of purpose or meaning in life is on chu tam ta strength ka ti na chun isei do win na insung mai cham bol jing ngai na elo le ho in kai ngai na elo le ke hi ho ina ka chi yong le ke chair ho ga do tu na ho ina dinga cha ho ma pang jong chu you have something na to contribute to your church to your society til them cha I khat ho ke hi panna ka ne na mi adinga panna ke chitabang elo le importance inei no ho strength ho to sense of purpose or meaning in life in aban le cultural religious or personal belief that discourage suicide religion langaw ivet na le buddhist hola hunyo suicide al hom zebin na christian hola yung al hom zebin hindu ho ti dinga apje hamte le I belief system na umin na buddhist ho yung hon say le suicide to I can suicide ka bole 7 generation ka chunga thil phalo thung de he ti khat hu amhon belief system khat anei vin ho cho ele I belief system mo cho ele pathinin I hat AC me he na chi I body hi pathina pana he ti kita sang chu aban life ki la lo de pathin life AP chu la lo ding ti belief in a ho je chu non cho chu I protective factors so hin na le luta tai interaction I bol deu ta cho lang he group khat koi I thep zo vet deu cho lang te dong ma sang suicide attempt thought is a sign of weakness dia di lowa di mai the itiwa di lo mai the itiwa
I don't agree.
no no lang ai no na no so okay va elo le maybe yes diu bahai no a kala dita no na suicide attempt thought is a sign of weakness akitin na no ahin it's a cry for help when someone talk about dying na or suicidal it's a cry for help chu I deu langte once someone is suicidal she will always remain suicidal ne thimu chana yes no maybe di lo iti gelwa mi khat when someone is suicidal she will always remain suicidal no anung lang hon no te na masang lang hon la ni thimu chana question he a statement he no akala dita na no tiu ta na le no the effect to suicidality is not permanent na heightened suicide risk is often brief lasting and situation specific chi situation a chu apot na le chinu chipa ham chun suicide da gel lo pi na cha ha sat na pe na bo chu agel hin tin na to he lang side hi ki taute a survivor of suicide never makes further attempts it can happen amalang te it can happen na lang te answer agang ve lang side lang te na nai khat ngai te past attempt is a strong indicator of increased risk of suicide na for especially after a sudden change in mental state following a suicidal or depressive episode so someone mean nidanga anaki suicide attempt ana bolte chu na risk a hivin amho chu iki hopi pharyong le chi chu chitabang chu uma hung thlaseki tham depression a ham etilwang chu alarm bol ngai na a hetin langa talking about suicide will encourage people to die by suicide langte he no agang zep tawe tu iso sanga che them khat ong gang zep tawe na vel te talking about suicide gives opportunity for communication na jaza ho ina youth ki khop na neva ho in pulpit chunga che topic hi ha sei tamale min koi ko ma hi help kala theiding ham na au min a hi lo wala suicide lung ki gel wang koi ko ma help la kala adi ham ti hello yong tam ta ki umai the hin na so it's talking about give us opportunity for communication asking people about suicidal thought help us to identify people at risk and provide help suicidal people are often looking for help that's a hin langate okay only people with mental illness are suicidal no langate hi ga dongking and next suicide is hereditary and runs in families no igang tawe na tunwang anop taye only people with mental illness are suicidal no itu di na 1 in 5 people have thought about suicide at some time in their life na not all people who die by suicide have mental health problems at the time they die langate apen factor although person with family history of suicide attempts are biologically vulnerable so not all person who attempt have a family history na family ko ma ki thalo lo ki that cho na to hinten cha last le ta jana wang phan le individual with specific personality attempt or die by suicide yes them khat no or yes no na yes no na la most suicide happens suddenly without warning no yes maybe Na maybe yung may the yes yung no yung view to ole. Anyone can have thoughts of suicide and act upon it irrespective of their personality style. Oh, ama che khen khanin nehena na pusal mo wale ipiham ta comments ki pezi hula na. So ama personality ze lo so it can be because of many reasons na. So hintin. Abana fact lang ate hele. Majority of suicides are preceded by prominent warning signs for days, weeks or months. It's important to identify them. Aloy ngay ta ko maga visit na ahilo wale mi ko ma hinpe hen khat upalang ho kun ipi bolom tele a property ho kun transfer na bol mano ahilo la a will ho anazi mano na di ho umdung elo le letter ho ham ho na wala alup noya na sel di ho mi tam taw min na aloy adisana someone whom they trust, whom they find close na I had him ho la chun sign up enum zivetin na to oh last people who talk about suicide do not really mean it and just do so to seek attention. No na lang ate only expert can intervene and prevent suicide. Not all suicides are preventable. No na ni na aban simutin people who are talking about suicide may be reaching out for help or support. Do not dismiss a suicide attempt as simply being an attention-seeking behavior. Anyone who is sensitive to pick up warning signs of suicide can help by emotional support and encouragement. Okay. Hen hat nin asayu jele lai ta chu kakithat no me ai wangin aman e ho limpi in na e ho limpi zo chun kalungthim ong ki thlenge ti yong tam ta me na e ho limpi mai ama being present, being supportive at that point of time na can prevent che hin ta he nalel tawwa ele intervention say it intervention say phale role play khat ngai tin cha ka chai de tai intervene with those at risk of suicide by ace atin abai lam het the de dinga chana ele asking whether he or she is considering suicide na do angayin na ido olwale ki hello di hindo angayin abana caring by listening ngai la pi na ahasat now offering hope and not judging the person ahung nakoma achu sei chu nangai da thil khat yo himai the na kolpa to ka ki ngai honin atiyong himai the na ahilawale kanu ka pa sum ka nagu in tiyong himai the na ahilawle ho in sum kana kolyong chu kana mangdo in atiyong himai the ba let's not judge them na judge ihung bol phan koi man thu chi ban chu ki sei nom loading min judge bolwa e holim pi phal enyong is secret ho zo si ki sei nom cho na so do not judge chi most important in escorting the person to a source of professional help at hinum tai ti le chi bana chu nang a help de dan ne het lo cho a hi wanga chu professional ho a help the au meti chu nangin na ko mu the nekil hon pi na pui the na chi chu nangin help na bol the de hin na khat asau zo khat umin intervention chi being a good listener and pay full attention na min alung thim ha sat na hung sei phala chi any case suicide na yong le min ha sat na in sei phana la hoi ta ngai la pi ding abana attention pi ding na being non judgmental chi he ibda kol pa to ne ki ngai za a hi chula a hi lo wala chi chu na bol za a hi chula na koi nang zana wa in ati am na chi very invalidating statement ho his loading judge ball loading na being supportive and instilling hope okay offering help by asking can I help you aban let's see khat hoi ke building a contract by asking will you promise me not to kill yourself until I find a help for you azai nang full support na ball thelo cho to na ke hopi nu ham na ke hopi pa ham so depression za suicide ball nu myong mai the elole a addiction chu sangwal ta chim ki sawala suicide ball nu myong mai the elole asum loan la tam wala credit card bill sangwala nena nang help na bol thelo cho na chipuna cho na help na thei chu ele na ngai hapia, being there, being supportive, taking a supportive stand is what you can do. So until we find help, can you promise me not to harm yourself or kill yourself? Na, ji contract, suicide contract akitizin ko honong ka bolovin kakazi isazi win ko honwang na sign ka bolovin within 2-3 days hungkit nin. Na, we are there to help you. Then ay la hungkit zivin na, ji contract azab kikizatu ahin na, so us as a part of God provide a crisis plan as a safety net. Crisis plan. Suppose July ta achun kadal ha adungayong chitabang lungchim chun nei phanal ipipina ball thei de ham na. So hi itidana distract ne ki ball thei ding ham. Na hian khanin listening to music or a nula pa phone ball ham el walk ball ham iloi itasan ko magachi aga holim ham na distract a ball thei da di cho. Azi cho achanga umle chi thoughts sung yeng di cho. Mi to ke ho phana le ilungge le chu mangji chana jetwa chu distract ball le dina. Get involved in physical activities as walking or exercising. Write down your thoughts in diary. Chong hi min atam zon helpful atina. Heartful thoughts in a phana le, heartful emotions in a phale easy ilaho. Easy pen down e ball yong is that ham vent out a ball atina emotions. Chong ho hoyin. Repeat to yourself, I've promised not to hurt myself. Na, I'm not hurting myself. Call your confidant, talk to her and look for possible solution to your problems. Na, ta'san mi khat. Call in, di ho. All call and talk to your counselor. So call a suicide helpline numbers. So you can ka ikhat di hintin na. See is all a bulletin video khat umin hin klakatin a sound di bahay. Umveta na. Chimasa nga chu group thuma ka hin hian di hin na 1 2 3 1 2 3 simute 1 2 1 3 3 1 3 na 1 1 si chu langai nong to du ha 1 si chu na number na khet nu na chana 1 line to un lang 2 te line to lang 3 te line to leo chun chom khat di bo chu video vet zo pha le discussion khat di cha chu i chai diu ta cha One te na, 1 te, 2 te, 3 te na. One te na bol diu chana is all a video hunga de video adinga chu. What were the questions that the counselor asked to assess suicide? Suicide assess bol de dinga APP question ado ti chu no hon pen to paper na nei lo la team captain khat nei yun lang chu na bol de 2 te ni hu chana 2 te cho ile what other questions did the counselor ask to assess general mental health apart from suicide? Mental health suicide bana mental health EPP ado a third te group hai ile what intervention strategies were offered by the counselor for suicide risk? Okay, ito bang intervention na strategies asay PM. Nehen nu na no question no. Iso la question kan vet sakit dito Chigai khate Miss Rina he 20 years old ahin na zine ele chi azipa to cheng khoma hin azipa hin avozi emotional violence song umzi na in so cho ele a neighbor nu hin na counselor ko ma cho apuye hin na ela ma hi ki that num na thinum ti chi chu a background them khat
Good morning. My name is Aditi. I'm the counselor here. Could you please tell me your name?
My name is Rina.
Okay. I see that your neighbor has brought you here, and I understand you have been having some problem with your husband. Would you like to share a little about that?
We've been having a lot of fights, and I'm getting beaten up very badly. Last week he tried to strangle me. It's very frustrating to get beat up. I'm in a lot of pain. To be killed at his hands, I would much rather end my own life. I don't see any point living like this.
Okay. Okay, Reena, so I understand that you're probably going through a very difficult time. You also mentioned that you have thoughts of killing yourself, ending your life. Do you want to talk about it? Are you okay to talk about it?
It's very frustrating. Every day is full of meetings, scoldings and criticism. I'm very fed up.
Okay. Okay. So how long have you been having these thoughts of ending your life?
These thoughts, for the last few weeks, they have been very persistent, and I feel generally very upset.
Okay. Okay. So how's your mood throughout the day? Like, as you're describing, you're upset most of the time. How do you feel throughout the day?
Throughout the day, I feel very upset. I'm extremely low.
Okay. Okay. How's your sleep?
I'm not being able to sleep very well.
Okay.
In fact, when I do lie down to sleep, bad thoughts are more prominent. And I'm not eating well either.
Okay. So by bad thoughts, what do you mean by bad thoughts? Like, what thoughts are disturbing you?
I literally want to end my life, jump off the roof and finish my life.
Okay. Okay. So how often do you get these thoughts in a day?
Most of the times I get these thoughts.
Okay. So this thoughts has been like pretty consistent and throughout the day you're getting it. Okay. And if you have been getting the thoughts over a week, 2 weeks?
Yes. Yes.
Over the past 2 weeks. Okay.
Recurrent thoughts.
Okay. Okay. And I understand it must be very difficult because the situation you are in right now. Have you ever thought about like how you want to end your life? Any plans you have made?
Because of the lockdown, since my husband is always home, I've thought about there's a construction going on from where I live. I want to go to the rooftop and I just want to jump off from there.
Okay. Okay. So, like, have you thought about it? Like, have you tried doing it or like in the past 2 weeks, or have you thought about like when you want to do it? Any planning like that?
I did go to the terrace to take a look.
Okay.
The terrace shuts at 11 at night. I think I would go to the terrace before it gets locked so that nobody gets to me. And I'm pretty certain by jump off from the 20th floor of the building, I will be dead.
Okay. So it seems like this thought has been coming pretty often to your mind, and you have thought about it and planned also to an extent. Is this the first time you're having such a thought? Have you had such thoughts earlier also? Have you attempted something like this earlier also?
Yes, it has happened once before when I was in 10th standard school. I had very low grades and these thoughts had occurred then also.
Okay. Did you act upon these thoughts at that time when you were in class 10?
I had consumed rat poison,
Okay.
but my parents got back home just at the nick of the time then. So I was saved, I think, by them showing up then.
Okay. Okay, so Rina, I understand that it's very difficult what you're going through, and and what is happening with you is absolutely wrong. Like nobody has a right to hurt you this way or beat you up, and nothing that I say or anybody says is going to make things any better or reduce your pain. I understand that, and like it's at this kind of a point of time, it probably seems like this is the only alternative. I understand. But as you said, like earlier also, you have been through difficult times and you faced something like this, but you have been through that and you have got over it. Okay. So I know it's very difficult right now, but I just want you to hold on to that thought that you can, get over this, and there can be a little. We are here to help you out through the entire process. So, do you have anybody whom you can confide to, you can share your problems with?
My neighbor seems very nice. She's the one who brought me here. But even she doesn't know the entire story. I think I'm breaking it to you only for the first time.
Okay. What about your family or any friends that you have?
My husband and I both ran away from our respective homes to get married.
Okay.
I think when I tried to approach my parents with the ongoing issue, they didn't offer any help and said that it is my life and I have to take ownership of whatever is happening to me.
Okay. So, it just adds to the difficulty of the situation that you don't have the support of your family, and also you ran away with your husband, to be with him, and then now being treated like this, it's just way too difficult. So, you just mentioned that your neighbor is very supportive, she's the one who brought you here. Do you think that whenever you have such thoughts and when the thoughts become very, strong, and do you think you can share it with your neighbor and confide to her so that you don't end up acting on those thoughts?
Yes, ma'am, I can definitely try.
Yeah, all that I'm saying is just try that, and nothing, as I said, nothing is going to take away the pain or make the things anything better. It will just take some time. We'll be there to help you. But from your side, I want you to do this. Whenever you're having these thoughts very strongly or very frequently, maybe you can share it with your neighbor. Maybe she can help you out. Okay. Also, what do you do most of the time during the day? What are your activities? What are your interests?
Nothing specific, but I watch television.
Okay.
When I have free time. I listen to music, and then there is everyday cooking that I indulge in. Just things like that.
Okay. So there are some household activities that you have to engage in, and then there are certain interests that you have, like watching television, listening to music. So what I would like to suggest you that since you are so disturbed right now, you're having these thoughts, your mood is also not very, you're feeling low most of the time, which is very understandable in this current situation that you are in. So do you think that, I would suggest you to engage yourself in such activities more often, so that you can be a little distracted from these thoughts. I'm not saying these thoughts won't come to your mind, but you can be engaged in a little more things that's a little interesting to you for the time being.
Okay.
You can try that.
Yes.
Okay. And in the meanwhile, as I said that it's a very difficult situation. You are in a very difficult situation. You are going through a lot of pain and you're dealing with a lot of problems, and nothing is going to change overnight. We'll have to work on, and we are there to help you. You have to do this from your part, and I'm sharing the OSC helpline number and some other suicide helpline numbers as well, in case you can't connect to the OSC or it's busy, so that you can connect to the other suicide helpline numbers. And whenever these thoughts are very severe and you want to talk about it, you can call in this helpline numbers and we can discuss. Okay? Yeah, and I would like to meet you again next week. Do you think that that will be possible.
Yes, sure. We can meet next week.
Yeah. So like in another 4 days, we'll try to meet. For these 4 days, this is what you have to do. Every time you feel these thoughts are getting very distressing and very disturbing, talk to your neighbor, confide in her. You're free to call the helpline number anytime. Just try keeping yourself busy or engaged in activities that you like doing, and just hold on to that thought that things can get better. I know right now this looks like the best like possible way out, but there can be other way outs as well, like you had earlier, So we'll try doing that. I'll see you in 4 days.
Okay.
Thank you, Reena.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. A sound so a clear be po na khat so na va them khat so na za thei din ka jing chan na chi to a question ho chu isei bang ma chu team 1 team 2 team 3 no discuss bolun lang na no hola a representative khat hin leng do un lang ama ho chan a hin sei ding wa first day team te chai le ko counselor in a suicide assess a bol na question ho chu ipi ham na discuss bolun lang aban le general mental health he na none of the round na to thei cho group discussion ti hin bol leo chu nop ze ve ta ti han round ze bin to leo chen chi chu na question in hand chala na hon what intervention strategies na iti panla da Oh, thank you. Na chayuta discuss team 2 ten na chayuta no team na chayuta na discuss team 2 te them khat wa ze ga ngau te no bok what were the questions that the counselor asked to assess suicide?
Counseling. First also, I had known to remember what instigated the problem. Which is our first banana talk. A second, to Hanuin Asaya, it had to Sangan Sayacho. I assessed the parts of behind it. She stopped all the other topic directly focus on like have a suicide like it had the parts of focusing na it's a man also have the ipi lungia the name kitana the means the name or that's why the try hard down le have so andong in na aban le khat ka music have the si counselor no chon ipi have the she's with her means agreeing with her being on her side affirming to every step which she make so about she makes sure that the counselor to she makes sure that she is attentive to her throughout the session, paying attention to every detail things she said about access to the counselor create a safe place or surrounding for her. Sa akyo bite ta sante ko ini yang dia atau na. Le ta so aban na se pam tele akir aban le so both ni lo wen amahin amain divert ni dia so obi din ni yang tanu na bi ni atau na. Aban le alas na so tam jong le alas na so ka se no tu phak dia a counselor no chon di sila ako sa la ba sa mo sa na so amate ni ka izwa no se ba so agreement to ni le a we kim to ding a willingness pa ato min aba na chika ha so kim to na dia agreement ho asimin cha so chika as ki thana de yung team le ma agel lo de na so he
ke pau me adang hola hoi te in details in lang ai thavin na adang hon na hap no mum di bai na team leader pau sei ba na cho
hello ken ka mum sei le ama sa pen na chu counselor nu chen ti sei da ta san te na ting a chu kan mu chu convince ko le ma na first pen na convince ko la ama chen ka patient nu chen share le ma in issue thi bi he confidence na confident pas na ni ma ko ma sa kana ba na chu question do pen je le ichi hi how long na how long ita pa na chi pan hamatin na na second point je le how often na iti pa si ham me le iti pa no mai na no si ham tira do na na third point je le chi iti apa na hi hung ki pa tam na so na do kinin amana abana so ile chuno to so ile iki pa na mo na dir do pa na stress ate na kana cho mana ka bo chu phang tu koi to bong comfortable na nalungya ma se ne comfortable and a surrounding environment amin na is na you see sa ka nga ma a question di sila until hindi nga sa question to so
ke pau me adang hola ahap nom no mo ba ha aling taye ling so ke ta group 2 to group 3 in la na sei be no mo ma ss a bol na suicide hello ano kay ta si first question na hap nom na layap first question na he
first question na into on bet to point na second question what are the questions did the counselor ask to assess general mental health apart from suicide thading hello ba amanu ahunu rina a general health pa chung chang aju ato chu hile number 1 how is your mood throughout the day nilu kuma na mood hi itabong hinam tinzo alongin at juban ta le very important ka how is your sleep na nei mood itabong hinam tinzo hi adongin hi kasi chu mi abang kha chu suicide kal ni yong la ta mo si azong ki ibu thai la wahin na so ho cho dongin abanang bad thoughts na nei zi ho lung thim phalo te tau ti na thana thai ding ho chu bad thoughts in te jing na ni so ho hi how often na bei izat ano le iti khat phat na nei zi am in chuban ta la khat no in อันเสียเจ้าตัวนุ่งเสียจนขัดนูหินกางสุนันนูจนที่จีเบียดทดสอบฮี last 2 weeks นะขับตันฮีสุงาฮีน่าหาในเดชงำเห็นจ้องอดงยินฮีไอ้เจ้าจู่ปีจู่เวลาเจ้าจู่ตัวเขามีที่ยังฮีเลย problem ในนู้นจุน 2 weeks สุงาจู่อันหาเกี่ยวบุญอาฮีเลยจุนthe probability of her taking action on that may be higher and then she may have to ask more questions she may have to assure her that suicide is not going to be the answer ita tabang ngaจู่ตัวhindi abanta le is this your first time nahin huwa hita kithaling na tihi tu chungi amapat na hamati atong ina hila khatnon apat na hi boy class 10 kana simlai zong kana gyang kha ai cha ako na chu counselor no in
to first day question yang chi chu
the first question na nami so ha
past history
past history a chu khatnu hin class 10 na simlai zong ana ki khatnom thim ai ba nga ana ki khat talo hi chu ko ai counselor no hi chu masanga zong chu ha sa na sa ani ko na la ki ko na ai ba tu chan na hung gal ka ni na tu tia le tu a Nagyan tin na yung junang gagay kay heti assurance api lungmon na api isat mahiin abantale aso pinamon so mahinsay tayo midang na niyam hitabang thoughts na nating le na conflict na ding na atiin naman zong ka neighbor mo hinatiin na abantale activities la kana fil kana ga say kada data katsu hitabang suicidal thoughts na nating le activities that you may have to insungaw pena so mo umlo abang loy chun TV yung maintain abang loy chun layong ngayon tin naman so season TV ko bezi la ngai zin bulame ka honzi ne tin so may ako na zong to more engaged dichu Tilbol pe nang ilungge ni tang ko ni chan ti atilbol na voting le chun mindful ta more engaged sa hiya ti suicide pa lunggel pa so anung lang ako ito atay na ding chun advice sa pin so ba na nanun ka sa ta khatsu alas na ako isun do so can you meet me in 2 weeks time sorry in 4 days time na kapta kidle nei ki mu pi thai na ma ti chu na ni le hinding hi amano ni ki thatlo ding ni ti chu short sa pe kanung so henge kan ki mu pi thai de na ti na chu hoi ka sa he zing a so da na chu
ki pa me second group te adang asay nom be na diu bahai second group te
team leader who's number one second na ay mga so very important kat na out of everything she asks na like achai na so she doesn't guarantee that this everything she said will take away the problem like try na dia na jo si sin na lungge lo trouble so na apo po mang de heti asu mang de heti like she's not like forcing na that is like very important dito council elo like ni this ki hobia bidang chi na bol de de elo chi na bol le thilo de like it's not chi na bola le na problem so mang ning de atina guarantee also what's the main important is like a mentality so na a force so like try give it try na
ki pau me group adang ten tu te na say no mum di bahai group 1 ten na hab no mum di bahai lo na group 3 te na chu intervention strategy sa hin na
nan say so dia le pe ho sen dit cái đồ hi ri na ina min cái đồ hi ri na hin so mi che ma na je ba mi cái này của ko hem so mi che ma hen lu sim tai na so je ba mo ko le kilo mi abo na kare lo hin asini asu ga ki sam ke thar na Aku tak tahu lihat mana suicide dan bagi lihat di zaman dia sudah suki dan support kita mana. Dia sudah boleh cuma cuba nak kita berbeda. Boleh cuba, wai kau sih tinggi ni cuba. Tuhan kau boleh yang cuba saya tinggi mana. Gak, belum sih tahu juga boleh. so suicide risks reduced anything else na. What intervention strategies to suicide risks to kas ne pi the ba so group mala group with the so tam ta an say ta so girl say yam si thau tan na point thung tam kan do be so na se le arena ko ma ka se le Ini sebenarnya gimana ha? Lumia menentang teolognya. Lumia mana nih? Kalau sebenarnya gimana? Tadi kita bosan berkata tuh ya main. TV mau kerja sini nah. Sini kalau sini. Apa le? Lau kerja sini nah. Lau kerja sini Hindu aja sih. Istilah kayak itu. Jadi main. Langsung di meja. Thì sẽ đâu mantra ho in media na devotional music in media it's also mi ka tipi na so let's on second one also 4 days part ka bi 4 days ba so suicide contract so sai kana boss ata siyo le lungkian lungkap mana ni paling sun kau kau mana lungkian nasi lungkap tiap hari kau kamu tiap hari. Jadi asun ni kamu asun cincin je ikat tiap hari. Lungkian lungkap ni paling lewat kita na, saya hilang. Soalnya ikan par, nama mana dah bersun tahun dah saya tiap hari. Tidak so, dah share jauh talau kira apa pun mana ni pun dah sun. Phone number kan na have phone number. So nan call saya kat TV ke satu ada.
Bol hoi le win na. Ada aloi ho sei nom di bahai. Habbe aling se le na. Ki pawin je exercise hoi te in na grab su win na sound no hoi lo wang a na miss out no point a umput. Assess a ball yung chu is on asay ba chu counseling class na laziam nang nalaka hab nalaka lo nalaka na non-judgmental attitude ati ho na formation a ball the techniques hoiten ngai leo chun a counselor nu chu ipem hoi ta ngai chu na abana alung aya chu judge a ball lo chu chinu a exam yong hi azipa nong avo zing ma ma cha ti thu a chu sei lo chu na instead chitabang hi koi machunga Jadi puye na thili up khat puye action zo chu condemnable la ikhana na abana so suicidal thoughts ahung ti pa na chu cha chu concentrate focus a bolin na a plan ipiham a thoughts atin disturbing thoughts ho nei ho ipi plan ne am abana past history pasa ana attempt kha am ati inna aban le a mental health yong a check in na mood ipiti am na mood ipiti am na ti ho check in abana le help out a ball na dinga chuna is a an say banga chu tamta strategies a say pi na chito part lewang chu a counseling techniques yung skill thaya hin na ai wangin part ta pon chu video khat at least na grabs thai na dingun understand thai na dingwa ta he kan ikhanin na and how and where when to refer na chi high level le depression or psychiatric illness ho lewang chu immediately nang itba ho le chu nyong phachum lo mai thei na refer bol ngai paintin na few risk strong protective factors a hilawang chu to a iki ho limpi ho lo a hilawang chu na iki ho na mai me ang min num sa chu ma umeti chu ika sei the hintin abana chi phone calls bol thei dayong umin na telemanas izole president pa ko myong thot katin list au min india pumpi a koi hoilai telemanas call thei hin aban suicide helpline umin na vadita sahay vani hela di anumete adinga Bangalore ana commissioner office ko ma ko office o umin like violence ham to sit to ham ipiyong le numete help umin aban le center for well-being NIMHANS OPD che na hong le BTM ko center for well-being akidei na lang ho counseling chizing hin laya chu chi the adang chi munchum chuma hoyong umin na che chen chu ka sei ten ka ki pai